Welcome back on the channel. This is my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and it runs with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is now not the latest chip because, Qualcomm released a new one, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, and this thing here is the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max running the latest and greatest Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And in this video, I want to do a short comparison on the cameras of those phones. The S25 Ultra, well, we all know it has limitations, right? I'm not saying it's a bad camera phone, I'm just saying that it hardly compares stock with some of the big Chinese boys. Like this thing here is probably not the best example. It's not an ultra phone, but it can still give very tough competition to the S25 Ultra. But let's take it just the way it is, because right now this is the top Xiaomi phone from the 17 series. We have the 17, the Pro and the Pro Max. And there are some things that are a bit weird with the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. So in this video, I'm gonna try to explore the limitations of these two babies and try to walk you through, because there are some things that are a bit concerning, right? With the S25 Ultra, but also with the 17 Pro Max, and probably even more so with the 17 Pro Max. Let's start. So let's first start by opening the camera. Okay, I'm gonna open the camera, guys, and I'm gonna go inside the photo. Now, this is the regular photo mode. What I can do on the S25 Ultra, I can go and click night, which will invoke the Samsung famous nightography, where I can apparently use up to 10x, but also then the ultra wide, the main sensor, right? And also, of course, the 5x optical zoom. But I can do a night photo with all of this. What happens here, guys? With this is already the new camera interface. We've seen that in the HyperOS version 2, but this phone is using Android 16 and HyperOS version 3. So if you go to the right, there's not gonna be more, right? Right now you have the option to do like this. All right, or you can also do like that, which is a bit peculiar because the way Samsung redesigned the whole interface is just very sweet, and I just hope that Xiaomi is gonna try to fix this, because right now, if I want to invoke the super macro or change the aspect ratio, I need to go and click it from here. But if I want to get, let's say, access to a special mode, I need to swipe like that. Okay. The biggest question is, where the heck is my night photo? And I can tell you, it's missing, it's not there, right? Which is a bit weird, but then the phone is so clever, it's using AI, or what, I'm not sure even if it's AI anyway, it's using its algorithm probably to just measure things around and photo sensitivity and invoke apparently the night photo, which is a tiny bit weird, guys, because the moment you go to the video mode, and I'm gonna go to the video mode here, what do I have here, guys? All the standard stuff that I can do on my Galaxy phone. And by the way, a lot of this settings are also accessible here. Okay, there is no night video. Now pay attention, guys. What can my Xiaomi do? Well, yes, if I click here, well, there's gonna be a night video. All right, did you see it? Okay, guys, let me remove the night video. So I'm now at 4K 60 FPS, and the moment I want to shoot night video, well, yes, my phone is gonna drop the frame rate to 24 FPS, which is actually a good thing, and you can probably also use 24 FPS if you wanna get like a more cinematic look. By the way, this is interesting, guys, because there is also something called the auto frame rate, which will eventually reduce the frame rate for videos in low light, right? So let's say even if you try to do 4K 60, and if you're in a very dim environment, then your phone will still not do 60 FPS, it'll try to drop the frames. But now with this dedicated night video mode, you can shoot 4K 24 FPS, and yeah, I'm sometimes using this in a day mode because I just like 24 FPS sometimes, all the motion is just rendered more naturally. But yes, it's also a bit weird that we have a night video mode but no night photo mode. And because we're talking about video, guys, let's not stop there. So I'm gonna click here more. You can see I have plenty of settings on my S25 Ultra, and I have something called the dual rec, which is a lame thing because anyway, it's gonna capture videos from two cameras, and I can select the lenses. Okay, I can do front ultra wide, I can do front wide. I mean, yeah, you have plenty of options, but you see how it's going, right? I can now, if I want to take a video with my front camera and then with my wide camera in the same time. And I used to do this as well with the Xiaomi, or at least it was supported. Yes, not any longer. This is weird. And since we're here on the video mode, let me show you something else, guys. This is a bit weird, and I do believe that both phones do have their limitations. So slow motion, guys. When I click slow motion on the S25 Ultra, all right, and I go to the back camera, what I can do is, and that's very nice, I apparently can do this in UHD, which is 4K, and I can do it in 120 FPS. And with the FHD option, I got an option of 240 FPS. Where the heck is the slow motion? I mean, you have to just research it, because eventually it turns out that you need to go to the Pro mode and you need to click here and it's gonna be there, which totally doesn't make sense, but okay, probably slow motion is somehow considered to be a pro video. Now, what about the FPS, guys? Well, we have 240, which is great, and we have FHD, and we have also 960, which isn't that bad. I mean, this is still something. But guys, let's go back to the 120. Like, all right, I can do 720p and 1080p, but I don't have 4K. So you see, this thing here can do slower videos than the Samsung, but the Samsung has a high resolution, and that's absolutely and batshit crazy, which now leads me to the next thing, guys. Okay, this is gonna be very, very interesting. So I'm gonna go to more. If I want to do a portrait video to apply, natural bokeh, I can do this, and I can select, the effect strength. This is very, very cool. Oh, and by the way, yeah, you can see there are some limitations, because apparently I can do this only in UHD. So UHD 30 FPS and FHD 30 FPS. So what happens with the Xiaomi phone, guys? If I click to portraits, this is just the photos. I can modify here the bokeh effect as well and select different lens systems, but how can I do a portrait video? Well, it's crazy. You have to go to video, and then you need to select this very little crazy button here. Okay, and then you need to select the bokeh, and only then I can just modify the bokeh. And by the way, it's going to apply very beautifully with one very big, I would say, absolutely mad limitation. All right, I'm not sure if you've seen that one, but okay, I'm gonna exit. So let's go photo, let's go video. So let's say that I want to do 4K. Okay, I want to do a 4K 30 portrait. I click the bokeh. All right, pay attention here. The moment I start moving my slider, guys, boom, it's going to reduce the resolution to 1080p. Why Xiaomi? I mean, this is supposed to be the best, right? So you can see that there are constraints and limitations on both phones, but currently with all the options that have been rolled out for the 17 Pro Max, the S25 Ultra seems to be the phone with a more versatile camera. Yes, I said this in this video, and I only hope that Xiaomi will work and release and fix these things in the future, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Stay safe, VST over, and bye. Boom!